we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Eagles and the Commanders under the lights on Monday night.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia. Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Heineke to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Kobe Dean in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and long for Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves. And these guys are making it.
Set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Heineke. And that is incomplete. Nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And taken right at the 35. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Eagles offense, and A.J. Brown headed back out there. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try to discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Heineke throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 33. Throwing, Heineke, and Thomas has it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Right where this second down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Heineke. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get back for the sack. Son Reddick in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or
you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Heineke on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Heineke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Heineke. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Heineke now. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. In motion right is Watkins. They go play action with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Heineke. This pass hauled in by Dotson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Heineke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really... Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on his way to a historic performance with 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first-half lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Heineke. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Jeffrey Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion right is Watkins. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 42 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Defense. Of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now on 2nd and 13, Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Carter, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Thomas brings it in. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Heineke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Heineke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the sideline. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run with Barkley, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Heineke to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First down, Heineke. The throw taken in by Sims. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A handoff running left is Gibson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Sure, it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 118 yards rushing now for Barkley. And it's a first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Room here to run. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Again, it's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that will... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 3rd down, Barkley. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Heineke. Over the middle, open is Thomas. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Throwing, Heineke. And that's complete. It's Sims. Finding space at the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second and long. Heineke. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Washington on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile. They'll look to throw here. Target is to Dotson, and he's got it. And they're going to get this to the 44-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion left comes Brown. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Man, 216 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A first down carry for Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And quickly they get to the line. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown Philadelphia. So good line there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to get a reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offside. Defense.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Heineke, he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-six, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the... He's got a man complete. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out now come the Eagles. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
In motion left goes Smith. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. But here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
one. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This take it in at the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Smith, the man in motion left. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Philadelphia, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it was a game they really needed as they dropped back to 4-6.